Imagine waking up one morning to find the internet has vanished. No emails, no social media, no streaming, and no online shopping. For 24 hours, the world is disconnected from the digital web that ties us together. This sudden disappearance would send shockwaves through every aspect of daily life, from personal routines to global systems. In this video, we'll walk through the real consequences, step by step, and reveal how deeply the internet is woven into our existence. Let's start by exploring the immediate reactions and confusion that would sweep across the globe. As people realize the internet is gone, confusion spreads quickly. Many would check their devices, restart routers, and ask neighbors if they're experiencing the same issue. The sudden loss would feel surreal, almost like a blackout. Without access to online news or updates, rumors and misinformation could circulate rapidly. People would rely on traditional media like radio and TV for information, but even these might struggle to keep up. The initial hours would be marked by uncertainty and a sense of isolation, as everyone tries to understand what's happening. The internet gone, instant messaging, emails, and video calls are impossible. Businesses, families, and friends lose their primary way to connect. Phone lines may become overloaded as people turn to calls and texts, but even these systems rely on internet infrastructure in many places. International communication slows dramatically. The world feels smaller and more disconnected. Offices scramble to find alternative ways to coordinate, and remote workers are left stranded. The breakdown in communication affects every relationship and organization. Social media platforms go dark. No posts, likes, or shares. Influencers, brands, and everyday users lose their voice. News and trends stop spreading instantly. People who rely on social media for updates or entertainment feel cut off. The silence is deafening, and many realize how much they depend on these platforms for connection and information. Without social media, communities lose their digital gathering spaces, and the world feels less connected. Online banking, stock trading, and digital payments freeze. ATMs and card transactions may fail, causing panic among consumers and businesses. Financial markets struggle to operate without real-time data. People rush to withdraw cash, leading to shortages and confusion. The global economy, which relies heavily on internet-based transactions, faces unprecedented disruption. Businesses can't process payments, salaries, or invoices. Financial chaos highlights how critical the internet is to modern money management. Online shopping grinds to a halt. Orders can't be placed, deliveries can't be tracked, and customer service is unreachable. Retailers lose sales, and supply chains are disrupted. People who rely on e-commerce for essentials must turn to physical stores, which may be unprepared for the sudden surge in demand. The shutdown exposes vulnerabilities in logistics and highlights the importance of traditional retail in emergencies. Offices and businesses that depend on cloud services, online tools, and remote collaboration are paralyzed. Meetings, project management, and document sharing become impossible. Employees who work from home are unable to access files or communicate with teams. Productivity drops sharply, and many organizations are forced to pause operations. The disruption reveals how essential the internet is for modern work environments. Schools and universities that rely on online learning platforms are unable to continue classes. Students and teachers lose access to resources, assignments, and communication channels. Exams and lectures are postponed. Parents scramble to find alternative ways to keep children engaged. The interruption highlights the growing dependence on digital education and the challenges of adapting to offline methods. Telemedicine and online health services are unavailable. Patients can't book appointments or access medical records. Hospitals and clinics may struggle to coordinate care without digital systems. Emergency services rely on offline methods, which can slow response times. The healthcare impact is significant, especially for those who depend on remote consultations or digital prescriptions. Airlines, trains, and logistics companies rely on internet-based systems for scheduling, ticketing, and tracking. With these offline, delays and cancellations increase. Passengers can't check schedules or book tickets. Delivery services struggle to coordinate shipments. The transportation sector faces widespread disruption, affecting travel plans and supply chains. Online news outlets, streaming platforms, and digital media are inaccessible. People turn to radio, TV, and newspapers for updates. The speed and reach of information slow dramatically. Breaking news and live coverage are limited. The media slowdown makes it harder to stay informed, and misinformation may spread more easily without fact-checking tools. Streaming services, online gaming, and digital content platforms go offline. People lose access to movies, music, and games. Entertainment options shrink to offline activities like reading, board games, or watching TV. The pause in digital entertainment encourages people to rediscover traditional hobbies and spend more time with family and friends. Some effects are less obvious. Traffic patterns may change as people avoid commuting for work or school. Energy consumption could drop as data centers and devices go idle. Wildlife and nature might benefit from reduced digital activity. On the other hand, stress and anxiety could rise as people struggle to adapt. The unexpected effects show how the internet shapes not just our routines, but the world around us. As the day progresses, people adapt. They reconnect with neighbors, use landline phones, and rely on face-to-face communication. Businesses find creative ways to operate, and families spend more time together. The experience reminds us of the value of offline connections and the resilience of communities. While challenges remain, the world finds ways to cope and move forward. When the internet returns after 24 hours, the world breathes a collective sigh of relief. The experience leaves lasting lessons about our dependence on technology and the importance of preparing for disruptions. It encourages us to build stronger offline systems and appreciate the balance between digital and real-world life. Ultimately, the internet's disappearance reveals both vulnerabilities and strengths, reminding us to value connection in all its forms.